What's up, guys? It's me. So we got another Pokemon X and Y match. So today we're going to be playing Max Easy, or as he, I don't know. He has a channel, Pokemon Battles 11. He's a pretty cool guy. Be sure to go check him out. He does a lot of pretty cool videos. About origins of like Pokemon and stuff like that. That's how I found him, and I kind of liked it. So anyway, looking at the teams, I again have just stuff that I just made. I remade my Greninja, made a Heliolisk, I made my own Gliscor finally. Florges that I talked about the last match, have Huggies again, the Azumarill, and I made a Blaziken because fuck it. So I wanted to use Blaziken. Get over it. And actually, it doesn't do anything this match, so you don't even have to worry about anything. I really only use Blaziken on this team as like a last resort, So anyway, let's go ahead and look at his team. He has a very threatening team. He has Azumarill, he has Greninja, he has Absol, he has Talonflame, and he has Alakazam. 5 incredibly powerful and very scary Pokemon. And he does have the Sandslash, which is kind of just there as a spinner. I mean, if it was an Excadrill, I'd be a little bit more scared, but it's a Sandslash, so it's just a Sandslash. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on into this match. Let's go. So, anyway, I'm going to be leading off with my Greninja because it's an incredibly good lead. It has the U-turn, it has Protean, it has incredible coverage, so it's a great Pokemon just to lead off with, and he decides to lead off with his Sandy the Sandslash. So I'm expecting him to obviously switch out because he doesn't want to die on the first turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for a U-turn, but he decides to stay in, so that's fine with me. I mean, he obviously would not have taken a Surf or an Ice Beam from my Greninja, because Greninja is actually pretty damn powerful. So, gonna go ahead and go into Gliscor, dodge the Earthquake that he decides to go for, and this Gliscor is really good. It has Knockoff, Earthquake, Toxic, and Protect. Like, I love Knockoff now. Knockoff is an incredibly actually potent move. I mean, it has 65 base power, which is decent. It's not awesome, but it's decent, and now it does 50% more damage if you knock off an item, which is pretty cool. So it works really good on a Gliscor, especially now that you can't have rocks yet and all that good stuff. So now I'm just gonna go for some protects. I'm going to try to take out this Sandslash. I don't know why he's not switching out here, but, maybe he just wants a safe switch into whatever he's going to go into. Maybe he doesn't want to get whatever he has on that Pokemon knocked off by any chance. He doesn't want to take an Earthquake, whatever. So, to be fair to him, I mean, I really don't have anything that needs to be spun away. I don't have hazards on this team, so he doesn't really need this Sandslash too much. So, and he just goes ahead and goes down to the toxic damage finally. So now he goes ahead and goes into Miss Carnage, which is his Absol. And his Absol is going to go ahead and Mega Evolve into that sexy fucking touched by an angel Absol, but it's not touched by an angel because it's not my Absol, Like, at first I didn't really like it, but Mega Absol is actually kind of cool looking with the fucking angel wings. I really don't like the emo fringe hair thing going on, but the angel wings is actually kind of funny. It's more or less an irony thing, but he sets up a Swords Dance while I smack him with an Earthquake, and that's going to two-shot him because Mega Absol didn't get any defenses buffed or anything like that. Still has 60 base defenses, so still not going to be able to tank hits, and sets me with a +2 Play Rough, and that does quite a bit, but I'm able to take him out with a second Earthquake, and now in comes this fucking monster of a threat, fucking Talonflame. Holy shit. So I go for the Protect, just to be safe, the first turn, you want to see what they're gonna do, want to gauge the surroundings and stuff like that, and he sets up a Bulk Up in my face. I'm like, oh shit. So now he's gonna go for that priority Brave Bird and smack my Gliscor, and it does a fuck ton of damage, like, a lot of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Toxic and Toxic this thing, because this is that's really the only way that my Gliscor is going to be able to beat this thing. So, and I also noticed that he has leftovers, so I'm definitely going to want to get those gone as soon as possible. So, the way I like to play this kind of Gliscor is you Toxic something, and then if they have leftovers, especially, you knock it off. That first turn of Toxic will, cancel out the leftovers. And then after you knock it off, you'll have a good little bit of damage, and then you'll be able to start racking up damage more. So he expected me to protect there, so just go for the knockoff and do a hell of a lot of damage. So now on this turn, I go for the protect. I mean, I was so close to going for the Earthquake, but in my opinion, the risk was just not worth the reward. He's at +2. And if he had gone for Brave Bird, I was fucked. Like, seriously, I was fucked. If I had lost this Gliscor, my entire team was dead. Like, there's nothing I could have done to a fucking +2 Talonflame. But, yeah, because I did get off that last bit of Toxic Orb, or Poison Heal, Health, Recovery, whatever, I am able to live, my Gliscor is able to live with 10 HP because my Gliscor is a fucking man. So, that is pretty awesome. So now this time, I'm going to go for the Earthquake. The risk is worth the reward now because if he goes for the Brave Bird, he will kill himself due to recoil and toxic damage. And it's going to die anyway, one way or another. So, that huge threat. Thank you, Gliscor, for being just so awesome. Like, I love my Gliscor. So, anyway, now in comes the Veteran, and he brings in the Alakazam. And now, Alakazam does have a higher base speed than the Veteran, I think. No, actually, no. Greninja has like 120 something base speed, and Alakazam's 120. So, I just go ahead and go straight for the U-turn and take the Alakazam all the way down to its sash, and I'm going to go out to my my Florges, and I'm going to be able to take that friggin' Dazzling Gleam incredibly well. And then he does have the Psyshock, which hits on my weaker side, which is my defensive side. But it's okay because Abebe is pretty damn good, and I'm going to be able to take this thing out with the Moonblast, and that's pretty awesome for me. So now in comes his Greninja, and his Greninja is going to go for the Hydro Pump, and thanks to the Protean, that makes him a pure water type, which means even though he misses this and I hit him with the Moonblast, it is not super effective, and he will be able to live it, take a hell of a lot of damage because Greninja is not really bulky, but he is able to live it and take me out on the next turn with an Ice Beam, which obviously you should have done on the first try. But, again, Florges is really stupidly defensive, so I don't blame him for trying to go for, power. But, anyway, now I can bring in Happy Lizard, and Happy Lizard's gonna go straight for a Thunderbolt, take out the Greninja, because I am Choice Scarfed. And Choice Scarf Happy Lizard is happy, so, I do have the Dry Skin ability, so now he brings in his Azumarill. I'm just gonna go straight for the Thunderbolt. He cannot lock himself into the Aqua Jet, so he's chose to go for the Play Rough, which absolutely decimates Happy Lizard, which is absolutely fucking hilarious, just how fast that HP went down. Azumarill is still stupidly powerful, so, now, I'm thinking that he's probably banded. I mean, he might not be, but even if he is, even if he isn't, I can go into Greninja, and I'm gonna take him out with the Grass Knot. If he was not banded, I could have obviously taken the Aqua Jet, at that high amount of health. So that was pretty good for me. So that was the game. That Talonflame, oh my god. Like, on paper, Talonflame is actually pretty garbage, just looking at it on paper. But, once you actually, get to face it, and it starts setting up bulk up, starts setting up Swords Dances in your face, you're kind of like, oh shit, I have nothing for this thing if my physical wall dies. And even sometimes with some physical walls, they can't even take it, because, unless you're a rock type, you're gonna get fucked by a Brave Bird or a Flare Blitz. I mean, that's just the way Talonflame works, and I actually really like it. So, that's the game for today. Good game, Max Easy. Be sure to go check out his channel. Yeah. It's just that Talonflame, man. If I had lost my Gliscor to that Talonflame, my entire team was fucked. There's nothing I could have done. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you all. All that good shit, and deuces.